Your birth date is far more than a simple day on the calendar. It is a profound gateway to understanding the karmic energies that shape your life. Every moment of your existence is influenced by the alignment of countless causes, intentions, and actions from both your past and present life experiences. The exact day you were born reflects a convergence of these karmic currents, which continue to influence your thoughts, emotions, and experiences. These influences are neither arbitrary nor punitive. They are natural outcomes of accumulated intentions and actions, quietly guiding you toward the lessons your soul is meant to understand. From the moment of birth, each individual carries distinct karmic imprints that define tendencies in personality, relationships, and challenges. Some people are naturally drawn to stability, while others are constantly navigating change and uncertainty. Some possess profound empathy and emotional sensitivity, whereas others exhibit calm resilience. These tendencies are not arbitrary. They are encoded in your birth date, offering insight into the patterns that will emerge in your life and providing a roadmap for conscious self-development. Karma is often misunderstood as fate or predestination, but it is not about limiting your potential. It is about understanding the energetic momentum you carry. Every thought, action, and intention contributes to the unfolding of your life experience. The birth date acts as a mirror, reflecting recurring patterns, emotional tendencies, and relational dynamics that appear repeatedly until awareness intervenes. By recognizing these patterns, you gain the power to respond consciously rather than react unconsciously. The emotional imprint present at birth significantly influences how you experience relationships. Those with strong attachment tendencies may find themselves repeatedly drawn to situations that test their capacity for trust, patience, and surrender. Others may face challenges in asserting boundaries or expressing emotions openly, revealing karmic lessons around communication, self-expression, and balance. Recognizing these patterns through the lens of your birth date allows for conscious interaction with both yourself and others, transforming relational challenges into opportunities for growth. Repeated emotional patterns are often tied to deep-seated karmic lessons. Fear, for instance, may surface in multiple areas of life. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, or fear of the unknown. By observing these fears without judgment, you gain insight into their origins and reduce their automatic control over your life. Similarly, recurring experiences of anger, sadness, or longing are not punishments. They are signals that invite awareness, teaching you how to navigate emotions skillfully. Attachment is another key aspect revealed through birth date analysis. Attachment manifests as craving, clinging, or dependence on people, outcomes, or material circumstances. When unexamined, attachment leads to suffering, but when observed with mindfulness, it becomes a guide to self-understanding and liberation. Your birth date highlights which areas of attachment may require conscious attention and where letting go can create freedom and balance. Meditation and reflection are essential practices for transforming karmic influences. Observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment allows patterns to surface, providing clarity on how to respond rather than react. By cultivating awareness, you begin to notice the subtle interplay of karmic energies that shape your day-to-day experiences. Your birth date serves as a map for where conscious attention will be most transformative, pointing you toward areas where growth and balance are most needed. Fear-based tendencies often appear in cycles, reflecting karmic energy that must be understood and released. Some individuals may experience heightened anxiety in certain life situations, while others may struggle with self-doubt or indecision. Recognizing these tendencies allows you to develop strategies for conscious engagement, replacing fear-driven reactions with informed choices that align with your higher self. Desire and craving are also deeply intertwined with karmic patterns. Your birth date may indicate predispositions towards seeking pleasure, validation, or material satisfaction. These desires are not inherently negative. They are opportunities for awareness and conscious choice. By observing desires without attachment, you cultivate discernment and gain the ability to direct energy toward meaningful, purpose-driven experiences. Emotional intelligence, informed by karmic insight, enables you to navigate interpersonal dynamics with greater awareness. Understanding your birth date provides clues about recurring relational challenges and helps you recognize the emotional triggers that arise in interactions. This awareness fosters patience, empathy, and constructive communication, allowing relationships to become mirrors of growth rather than sources of conflict. Inner stability emerges as awareness of karmic tendencies deepens. Observing the habitual flow of thoughts, emotions, and reactions allows you to step back from automatic patterns and respond from a place of conscious choice. Your birth date highlights the specific energies that require attention and refinement, providing a foundation for developing resilience, clarity, and emotional balance. Joy, contentment, and fulfillment are also influenced by karmic patterns present at birth. Some individuals may naturally gravitate toward experiences that evoke joy, while others must cultivate appreciation and mindfulness to access these states. By understanding your birth date, you gain insight into which practices and experiences will support lasting fulfillment, and which habitual tendencies may obstruct it. Anger and frustration, often misunderstood as purely negative, can provide profound insights when examined through the lens of karmic influence. These emotions highlight areas where boundaries, expectations, or unresolved experiences demand attention. By observing and understanding the roots of anger, you can transform it into a constructive force, using it as a guide to navigate challenges with clarity and intention. Mental patterns are closely linked with emotional tendencies, and both are reflected in the birth date. Some individuals are naturally analytical, seeking structure and understanding, while others are intuitive, relying on perception and subtle awareness. Recognizing these tendencies allows for more effective decision-making and problem-solving, enhancing your ability to navigate life with intention rather than habitual reaction. Repeated life experiences, often perceived as coincidences, are karmic signals. They offer opportunities to practice patience, develop resilience, and cultivate wisdom. By observing the cycles in your life, you can identify patterns and consciously choose how to respond, transforming repetitive challenges into meaningful growth. The influence of karmic energy is not limited to personal life. It extends to professional, social, and creative endeavors. Your birth date may highlight innate talents, strengths, and potential areas for mastery. By aligning conscious effort with these natural predispositions, you maximize the potential for success, satisfaction, and contribution in all areas of life. Self-compassion is a vital component of working with karmic patterns. Understanding that tendencies reflected by your birth date are not flaws, but opportunities for growth, allows you to approach life with kindness and patience. This compassion extends outward, fostering empathy and harmonious relationships with others. As awareness of karmic influence deepens, habitual responses weaken, and conscious action becomes more natural. Challenges that once seemed overwhelming are met with calm insight. Emotional turbulence softens, and mental clarity emerges. Your birth date provides a framework for understanding these processes, helping you navigate life with intention and presence. Spiritual growth is not about eliminating experience or emotion. It is about cultivating awareness and balance. By observing the karmic patterns associated with your birth date, you learn to navigate life skillfully, transforming difficulties into opportunities for growth and insight. Awareness empowers you to respond rather than react, creating a foundation for lasting inner peace. The journey illuminated by your birth date invites continuous reflection, mindfulness, and intentional action. Each insight gained releases energy bound by unconscious patterns, and each conscious choice contributes to the unfolding of your higher potential. By engaging fully with the lessons encoded in your birth date, you align with a path of conscious living, emotional balance, and spiritual insight. Ultimately, your birth date serves as a guide, highlighting both challenges and innate strengths. Through mindful awareness, reflection, and deliberate action, you can navigate life with clarity, resilience, and purpose. The karmic energy present at the moment of your birth is not a limitation, but an invitation to explore, understand, and consciously shape your journey toward inner peace, self-realization, and harmonious engagement with the world around you. By embracing the wisdom of your birth date, you cultivate emotional intelligence, mental clarity, and spiritual insight. Patterns once automatic become opportunities for conscious choice. Recurring challenges transform into lessons of patience, compassion, and understanding. Your journey becomes not a series of random events, but a meaningful path guided by awareness, reflection, and deliberate engagement with the karmic energies that shape your life. This is the beginning of a life lived with clarity, purpose, and inner freedom, fully aligned with the deepest currents of your being. The energies surrounding your birth date do more than shape personality. They influence the emotional, mental, and spiritual terrain of your life. Each moment of your existence carries the subtle imprint of past experiences, choices, and intentions, creating recurring patterns that appear in relationships, career, health, and personal growth. Understanding these karmic patterns allows you to navigate life with awareness and intentionality, transforming repetitive cycles into opportunities for insight, growth, and fulfillment. Emotions are the first visible reflection of these karmic influences. Individuals may experience heightened sensitivity, intense joy, deep grief, or sudden anger, each reflecting a unique karmic imprint. Some are predisposed to emotional resilience, appearing calm even in turbulent circumstances, while others feel deeply affected by every nuance of their environment. These patterns are not flaws. They are gifts and challenges encoded in your birth date, providing the raw material for conscious emotional development and spiritual insight. Repeated emotional experiences often reveal the lessons your soul is ready to learn. Fear, for example, may appear in multiple forms: fear of failure, abandonment, or uncertainty. By observing fear without judgment, you begin to understand its karmic roots and reduce its automatic control over your behavior. Similarly, recurring sadness, longing, or anger highlights unresolved karmic themes that invite reflection and conscious engagement. Your birth date provides insight into these recurring patterns, allowing you to approach life with greater understanding and intentionality. Attachment is a major karmic theme evident through birth date analysis. People naturally form bonds with others, their goals, and their environment. However, excessive attachment can create suffering when circumstances change or expectations remain unmet. Mindful observation of attachment tendencies allows for conscious release, cultivating balance, flexibility, and peace. Recognizing these tendencies through the lens of your birth date provides clarity on where letting go is most beneficial and where conscious engagement can transform habitual patterns into empowered choices. Relationships act as mirrors for karmic learning. Patterns of attraction, conflict, and connection often reflect unresolved past experiences. Individuals may repeatedly encounter similar challenges, such as difficulties with trust, communication, or intimacy. By understanding the karmic significance of these patterns, you gain insight into your own emotional and behavioral tendencies, enabling you to interact with others from a place of awareness rather than reaction. Your birth date highlights the relational lessons you are most likely to encounter, guiding personal development and emotional maturity. Mindfulness is essential for transforming karmic influences into conscious growth. By observing thoughts and emotions without judgment, you create space for intentional responses. This practice allows the identification of habitual reactions that may no longer serve you. Through mindful engagement, emotional patterns are understood, reshaped, and eventually released. Your birth date serves as a compass, indicating which emotional tendencies require conscious attention and providing guidance on how to cultivate inner balance and clarity. Fear-based responses often recur in life as part of karmic cycles. Some individuals may experience heightened anxiety in specific situations, while others struggle with self-doubt or indecision. Recognizing these tendencies allows for deliberate intervention, replacing fear-driven behavior with conscious choice. Your birth date reveals the areas where courage and resilience must be developed, guiding personal evolution and inner mastery. Desire and longing are also part of the karmic landscape of your birth date. Cravings for validation, pleasure, or material satisfaction are natural and offer opportunities for reflection. By observing desires with detachment, you cultivate discernment, self-control, and the ability to direct energy toward meaningful goals. This conscious engagement transforms habitual patterns of craving into purposeful actions, fostering inner harmony and fulfillment. Emotional intelligence is heightened when you understand your karmic tendencies. Awareness of recurring patterns provides insight into triggers, interpersonal dynamics, and habitual responses. By recognizing the emotional tendencies indicated by your birth date, you can respond to challenges constructively, strengthening relationships and nurturing a sense of balance. Compassion naturally grows as self-awareness deepens, enabling harmonious interactions and conscious connection with others. Meditative practices deepen understanding of karmic influences, allowing the mind to observe habitual patterns without attachment. Regular reflection on emotional tendencies facilitates clarity, enabling the conscious transformation of patterns that previously dictated reactions. Your birth date highlights the karmic energies that are most responsive to mindful observation, providing guidance on areas where meditation and reflection yield the greatest insight and growth. Anger, often misunderstood, is a karmic signal when examined through awareness. It can reveal boundaries, unresolved pain, or unmet needs. Recognizing the root causes of anger allows for conscious expression rather than destructive behavior. Through observation and practice, anger can be channeled as a catalyst for personal growth, insight, and action. Your birth date indicates where these tendencies are most likely to surface, providing guidance for navigating emotional challenges effectively. Patterns of joy, contentment, and fulfillment are similarly influenced by karmic energy. Some individuals naturally experience positive emotional states, while others cultivate them through gratitude, mindfulness, and conscious engagement. Understanding your birth date reveals the pathways to nurturing joy and fulfillment, allowing you to cultivate positive emotional patterns alongside the awareness of challenges. The interplay between thought and emotion is central to understanding karmic influence. Mental tendencies, such as analytical thinking or intuitive perception, interact with emotional patterns, influencing decision-making, behavior, and relationships. Awareness of these interconnected patterns enhances clarity, focus, and intentionality. Your birth date provides insight into this interplay, highlighting the areas where conscious observation can transform habitual thought-emotion cycles into purposeful engagement. Repeated life experiences, often perceived as coincidence, are reflections of karmic lessons. They provide opportunities for patience, resilience, and insight. By observing these recurring experiences, you gain understanding of the lessons they contain, transforming challenges into opportunities for conscious growth. Your birth date offers guidance on where these cycles are most likely to occur, providing a map for personal development and emotional mastery. Karmic influence extends to career, creativity, and social interaction. Your birth date may indicate innate talents, skills, and potential areas for contribution. Aligning conscious effort with these natural predispositions enhances satisfaction, productivity, and fulfillment. Awareness of these tendencies enables informed choices in career and creative pursuits, optimizing personal and professional growth. Self-compassion is essential in navigating karmic patterns. Recognizing that tendencies reflected in your birth date are not faults, but opportunities fosters kindness toward oneself. This compassion naturally extends outward, improving relationships, communication, and collaboration. Awareness of karmic influence encourages patience, empathy, and understanding, creating harmony in social and professional interactions. Inner stability grows as habitual patterns are observed and integrated. By understanding the influence of birth date-specific karmic energy, emotional turbulence softens, mental clarity emerges, and conscious action becomes the norm. Patterns that once seemed automatic are transformed into deliberate, mindful responses. This foundation of awareness enables resilience, balance, and clarity in navigating life's complexities. Spiritual growth is not about removing experiences or emotions, but understanding and transforming them. Through awareness of the karmic influences indicated by your birth date, you learn to approach life with conscious engagement, transforming challenges into lessons and growth opportunities. Awareness empowers you to respond intentionally, fostering emotional, mental, and spiritual maturity. The journey revealed by your birth date requires consistent reflection, mindfulness, and conscious choice. Each insight releases residual energy bound by past patterns, creating space for personal evolution. Through mindful engagement, you align with your true purpose, fostering fulfillment, clarity, and balance. The karmic energies present at birth are not limitations, but invitations to engage fully with the growth and potential inherent in your life. Ultimately, understanding your birth date's karmic significance provides guidance on emotional awareness, relational harmony, and personal development. Patterns once automatic are now navigated with insight and clarity. Challenges become lessons, and repeated experiences are transformed into conscious opportunities. The wisdom encoded in your birth date offers a roadmap for living intentionally, balancing emotional, mental, and spiritual dimensions of life, and cultivating enduring inner peace, resilience, and self-realization. By embracing the awareness and insight your birth date provides, you develop emotional intelligence, mental clarity, and spiritual understanding. This awareness transforms habitual responses into deliberate actions, recurring challenges into meaningful lessons, and life into a conscious journey of growth, balance, and purposeful engagement with the world around you. Your birth date carries profound insight into the karmic energies that influence every aspect of your life, including your mental patterns, relationships, and spiritual inclinations. It is not simply a random assignment of time, but a reflection of accumulated choices and intentions from past experiences that converge to form the foundation of your present life journey. Each birth date holds a unique configuration of energetic influences, guiding the opportunities, challenges, and lessons that will naturally emerge as you grow and evolve. Understanding these influences can provide a roadmap to navigate life with awareness, purpose, and balance. The mental tendencies indicated by your birth date reveal how you process information, make decisions, and interact with the world around you. Some individuals are naturally analytical, inclined to observe, compare, and structure their understanding. Others are intuitive, relying on perception, imagination, and subtle awareness to navigate life. Recognizing these tendencies allows you to work in harmony with your natural inclinations, enhancing clarity, decision-making, and problem-solving, while minimizing unnecessary conflict or confusion. Repeated mental patterns are often tied to karmic lessons that the soul is prepared to address. For instance, some people may face recurring challenges related to indecision, overthinking, or self-doubt, reflecting the need to cultivate trust in themselves and the flow of life. Others may struggle with impulsivity or distraction, requiring the development of focus, patience, and mindfulness. Your birth date highlights these tendencies, providing insight into which aspects of mental conditioning need attention and conscious refinement. Relationships are deeply influenced by mental and emotional karmic patterns. Your birth date can reveal predispositions toward communication styles, problem-solving approaches, and conflict resolution. Patterns in personal and professional relationships often repeat until awareness intervenes. For example, recurring misunderstandings, disagreements, or unfulfilled expectations may signal karmic tendencies related to perception, assumption, or judgment. Observing these patterns allows you to respond consciously, fostering harmony, understanding, and growth. Emotional tendencies interweave with mental patterns to shape behavioral responses. A person with a naturally analytical mind may struggle to recognize subtle emotional cues, while someone highly intuitive may be sensitive to emotions but find it challenging to structure or act decisively. Understanding this interplay is essential for cultivating emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and balanced responses. Your birth date offers guidance on how mental and emotional patterns interact, and where conscious intervention can lead to transformation. Attachment and desire, key karmic themes, are reflected through your mental and emotional patterns. Attachment to outcomes, people, or material possessions can create suffering when circumstances shift or expectations remain unmet. Observing these tendencies provides insight into the areas where letting go is necessary and where conscious engagement can transform habitual patterns into empowered choices. Your birth date indicates the types of attachments most likely to influence your experience and offers guidance on how to navigate them mindfully. Mindfulness is the principal tool for transforming karmic influences into conscious action. By observing thoughts, emotions, and reactions without judgment, space is created for intentional choice. Over time, habitual patterns are understood, modified, and released. The energies indicated by your birth date guide where awareness is most needed, highlighting patterns that are ripe for transformation and areas where conscious engagement will have the most profound effect. Fear is a recurring theme within karmic patterns, often manifesting in multiple dimensions of life. Some individuals may encounter repeated fear of failure, loss, or uncertainty, while others may struggle with hesitation or self-doubt. By observing these fears consciously, you gain insight into their origin and diminish their automatic power over behavior. The birth date highlights which fears are most significant, allowing for strategic cultivation of courage, resilience, and trust in the unfolding of life. Joy, contentment, and fulfillment are also reflected in the karmic imprint of your birth date. Some individuals naturally gravitate toward experiences that evoke happiness, while others must cultivate awareness and appreciation to access these states. Understanding your birth date provides insight into the pathways that foster emotional fulfillment, highlighting opportunities to engage with life meaningfully and harmoniously, while recognizing tendencies that may hinder joy or contentment. Anger and frustration are often misunderstood as purely negative forces, yet they serve as karmic indicators when approached with awareness. These emotions reveal areas where boundaries, expectations, or unresolved experiences demand attention. Observing and understanding anger allows for conscious expression and the transformation of reactive patterns into constructive action. The birth date points to areas where these emotions are likely to surface, offering opportunities for growth, insight, and conscious navigation of challenges. Repeated life experiences often appear as coincidences, but are reflections of karmic patterns seeking awareness. These experiences provide lessons in patience, resilience, and self-understanding. By observing recurring circumstances, you gain the opportunity to choose responses consciously rather than react habitually. Your birth date serves as a guide to where these cycles occur, offering clarity on how to engage with challenges intentionally and transform them into opportunities for personal and spiritual growth. The interplay of mental, emotional, and relational patterns shapes the way karma unfolds in daily life. Your birth date reflects the convergence of these influences, providing a roadmap for understanding how patterns interact and manifest. Awareness of this interplay allows for more informed choices, improved problem-solving, and a deeper sense of personal mastery. By examining how thought, feeling, and behavior interact, you gain insight into the karmic influences that have shaped your current circumstances. Creative and professional potential is also influenced by karmic energy at birth. Certain birth dates indicate innate talents, predispositions, and aptitudes. Aligning conscious effort with these natural tendencies enhances productivity, creativity, and satisfaction. Awareness of these inclinations allows for purposeful engagement in areas where your skills and passions align, maximizing personal and professional fulfillment while minimizing resistance or frustration. Self-compassion is a necessary component in navigating karmic influences. Recognizing that mental and emotional tendencies reflected by your birth date are not faults, but opportunities allows for patience, understanding, and conscious growth. Compassion toward oneself fosters empathy toward others, strengthens relationships, and creates harmonious interactions in both personal and professional spheres. Awareness of karmic energy encourages balance, tolerance, and measured responses to challenges. Inner stability is cultivated as habitual patterns are observed and transformed through awareness. Conscious engagement with mental, emotional, and relational tendencies allows for clarity, resilience, and intentional action. Patterns that previously dictated behavior become tools for understanding and growth. Your birth date highlights the energies that need attention, guiding the development of stability and equanimity in navigating life's complexities. Spiritual growth is a natural outcome of understanding karmic influence. Awareness of the energies present at birth enables conscious transformation of thought, emotion, and behavior. Challenges become lessons, recurring patterns become opportunities, and habitual reactions are replaced by intentional action. By observing and integrating the insights of your birth date, you cultivate wisdom, balance, and purpose in all aspects of life. The journey outlined by your birth date requires ongoing reflection, mindfulness, and conscious engagement. Insights gained through awareness release energy previously trapped in unconscious patterns, opening space for personal evolution. By aligning conscious action with the lessons indicated by your birth date, you foster growth, fulfillment, and spiritual insight. The karmic energies encoded at birth provide guidance for navigating life's challenges with clarity, intentionality, and peace. Ultimately, your birth date serves as a mirror, revealing both challenges and inherent strengths. Conscious observation transforms recurring experiences into opportunities, habitual responses into deliberate choices, and life into a path of intentional engagement. Awareness of these karmic influences provides a foundation for emotional intelligence, mental clarity, and spiritual growth. By embracing the guidance encoded in your birth date, you navigate life with balance, insight, and purposeful alignment with your soul's intended path. transforming everyday experiences into a conscious journey toward self-realization and harmony. Your birth date serves as a profound guide to understanding the karmic forces that shape your life. It is not a simple marker of time, but a reflection of accumulated intentions, actions, and energies that converge at the moment of your birth. These energies influence personality, emotional tendencies, relationships, and life circumstances. By examining the karmic patterns embedded in your birth date, you gain insight into your innate strengths, recurring challenges, and the lessons your soul is meant to explore. This understanding provides a roadmap for navigating life with awareness, intention, and balance. Mental patterns are a primary way that karmic influences manifest. Some individuals are naturally analytical, seeking structure, logic, and clarity in understanding the world. Others are intuitive, perceiving subtle patterns, sensing the energies around them, and responding instinctively. Recognizing these tendencies enables alignment with natural inclinations, enhancing clarity, decision-making, and problem-solving. Your birth date highlights where mental energy is strongest and where conscious development can optimize understanding and effectiveness. Recurring cognitive patterns often indicate karmic lessons that require attention. Some people experience repeated cycles of indecision, overthinking, or second-guessing themselves, reflecting the need to cultivate trust and confidence. Others may struggle with impulsivity, distraction, or scattered focus, signaling a karmic invitation to develop patience, discipline, and mindfulness. And awareness of these tendencies allows for conscious intervention, enabling transformation of habitual thought patterns into constructive mental practices. Emotional tendencies interact with mental patterns, shaping responses to life circumstances. For instance, an analytical mind may struggle to recognize emotional subtleties, while an intuitive disposition may heighten sensitivity but make it difficult to act decisively. Understanding this interplay allows for the cultivation of emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and conscious behavior. Your birth date provides insight into the relationship between thought and feeling, highlighting areas where intervention can foster balance and resilience. Attachment and desire are fundamental karmic themes revealed through birth date analysis. Individuals naturally form bonds with people, outcomes, and experiences, yet excessive attachment can generate suffering when circumstances change or expectations are unmet. Observing attachment tendencies allows for conscious release, cultivating flexibility, balance, and peace. Your birth date identifies the attachments most likely to influence life experience and guides intentional engagement that transforms habitual dependence into empowered choice. Relationships serve as mirrors for karmic learning. Patterns of attraction, conflict, and connection often repeat until awareness is brought to bear. Recurring misunderstandings, unfulfilled expectations, or relational challenges highlight karmic tendencies related to perception, assumption, and judgment. Awareness of these patterns allows for conscious response, fostering harmony, understanding, and emotional growth. Your birth date indicates the areas where relational learning will be most impactful, providing guidance for navigating interpersonal dynamics effectively. Mindfulness is the tool that transforms karmic patterns into conscious action. Observing thoughts, emotions, and habitual reactions without judgment creates space for intentional choices. With consistent practice, automatic patterns are recognized, understood, and reshaped. Your birth date serves as a guide, indicating which tendencies require attention and providing insight into where mindfulness practice will yield the greatest personal growth. Fear is a recurring theme within karmic influence. Individuals may encounter repeated fears related to failure, loss, rejection, or uncertainty. Conscious observation of fear diminishes its control over behavior, enabling courage, resilience, and trust to emerge. Your birth date highlights the fears most significant for personal growth, guiding conscious strategies to transform fear-based responses into intentional, empowered actions. Joy, contentment, and fulfillment are also influenced by karmic energy. Some individuals naturally experience happiness and satisfaction, while others must cultivate awareness and practice gratitude to access these states. Recognizing the karmic patterns that influence positive emotions allows for intentional cultivation of joy, appreciation, and meaningful engagement with life. Your birth date reveals pathways to fulfillment and identifies patterns that may hinder the expression of natural happiness. Anger and frustration are often misunderstood as negative forces, yet they serve as signals for awareness. These emotions reveal unresolved needs, boundaries, and expectations. Conscious observation transforms reactive expressions into constructive insights and actions. Birth date analysis indicates where anger is likely to arise and provides guidance for using this energy productively, enhancing personal growth and improving interpersonal harmony. Repeated life circumstances often appear coincidental, but reflect karmic patterns seeking awareness. These recurring experiences teach patience, resilience, and conscious choice. Observing cycles in life allows for deliberate responses, transforming challenges into lessons. Your birth date offers insight into where these cycles are most prominent, guiding reflection and action for personal and spiritual development. The integration of mental, emotional, and relational patterns forms the framework through which karma manifests in life. Awareness of this interplay allows for conscious engagement, improved decision-making, and deeper understanding of habitual tendencies. Your birth date highlights the convergences of these influences, providing a roadmap for observing, transforming, and mastering patterns in daily life. Professional, creative, and social inclinations are also shaped by karmic energy at birth. Certain dates reveal innate skills, talents, and predispositions. Conscious alignment with these abilities maximizes productivity, creativity, and fulfillment, allowing for purposeful engagement in areas where natural aptitude aligns with interest. Awareness of these tendencies minimizes friction, supports achievement, and nurtures personal satisfaction. Self-compassion is vital in navigating karmic influences. Recognizing that mental and emotional tendencies reflected in your birth date are not flaws, but opportunities encourages patience, understanding, and deliberate growth. Compassion toward oneself strengthens empathy toward others, fostering harmonious relationships, constructive communication, and cooperative interactions. Awareness of karmic energy nurtures balance, tolerance, and informed responses to challenges. Inner stability develops as habitual mental and emotional patterns are observed and consciously reshaped. Awareness allows automatic responses to be replaced by deliberate, mindful action. Birth date insights identify energies that require attention, providing guidance for cultivating steadiness, clarity, and equanimity. This foundation enhances resilience, emotional balance, and conscious engagement with life. Spiritual growth naturally arises from understanding karmic influence. Awareness of energies present at birth enables the transformation of habitual patterns into conscious behavior. Challenges become lessons, recurring experiences are reframed as opportunities, and automatic reactions are replaced by intentional responses. Observing and integrating insights from your birth date fosters wisdom, clarity, and purposeful living. The journey revealed by your birth date invites consistent mindfulness, reflection, and conscious choice. Each insight gained releases energy previously constrained by unconscious patterns, opening space for personal evolution. Aligning conscious action with karmic guidance encourages growth, fulfillment, and spiritual insight. Birth date energies provide direction for navigating challenges with clarity, intentionality, and composure. Ultimately, your birth date acts as a mirror, revealing both challenges and strengths. Awareness transforms habitual responses into deliberate action, repeated experiences into conscious lessons, and life into a path of intentional engagement. Understanding these karmic influences lays the foundation for emotional intelligence, mental clarity, and spiritual growth. By embracing the guidance encoded in your birth date, you can navigate life with balance, insight, and purposeful alignment with your soul's intended journey, transforming everyday experiences into a conscious path toward self-realization, inner peace, and harmonious engagement with the world around you. Your birth date holds deep insight into the karmic energies that influence your life, guiding the trajectory of experiences, relationships, and personal growth. Each moment of birth captures a unique convergence of intentions, actions, and energies from past and present lives, forming a blueprint that subtly shapes personality, emotional patterns, and life circumstances. Understanding the karmic imprint of your birth date provides a profound opportunity to navigate life with awareness, intentionality, and balance, transforming repetitive challenges into conscious growth and empowerment. Emotional tendencies are a primary reflection of karmic influence. Individuals may experience heightened sensitivity, intense joy, grief, anger, or longing, each revealing lessons encoded within their birth date. Some people are naturally resilient, maintaining equilibrium in challenging circumstances, while others feel deeply affected by external events, reflecting karmic invitations to cultivate patience, emotional intelligence, and self-awareness. Recognizing these tendencies allows for conscious engagement with life, turning habitual emotional responses into intentional actions that support personal growth. Recurring emotional patterns often point to karmic lessons. Fear, for example, may manifest as anxiety about failure, uncertainty, or rejection, while anger might reveal unresolved frustrations or boundaries that need attention. By observing these emotions without judgment, you gain insight into their origins, allowing for conscious choice and transformation. Your birth date highlights which emotional tendencies are most significant, guiding the development of resilience, courage, and emotional mastery. Attachment and desire are central karmic themes reflected in your birth date. Individuals form bonds with people, outcomes, and experiences, but excessive attachment can generate suffering when circumstances change or expectations are unmet. By recognizing and consciously engaging with attachment tendencies, you cultivate balance, flexibility, and inner freedom. Your birth date illuminates the attachments most likely to influence your experience, providing guidance on how to transform habitual clinging into empowered choice and mindful engagement. Relationships act as mirrors, reflecting both conscious and unconscious karmic tendencies. Patterns of attraction, conflict, and connection often repeat until awareness intervenes. Repeated challenges in communication, trust, or intimacy signal areas where karmic learning is required. Understanding these patterns allows for conscious responses, fostering harmony, emotional growth, and relational insight. Your birth date identifies the relational lessons you are most likely to encounter, offering a roadmap for personal development and mindful interaction. Mindfulness is essential for transforming karmic energy into conscious action. By observing thoughts, emotions, and habitual reactions without judgment, you create space for intentional choice. Over time, patterns that once dictated behavior become understood, reshaped, and released. Your birth date serves as a guide, revealing the tendencies most responsive to conscious observation and the areas where awareness will yield the greatest personal growth and spiritual insight. Fear-based tendencies often recur as part of karmic cycles. Some individuals experience heightened anxiety or hesitation in specific situations, while others may struggle with self-doubt or indecision. Recognizing these tendencies allows for deliberate intervention, replacing fear-driven responses with conscious, empowered action. Your birth date provides insight into the fears most significant for growth, guiding the development of courage, resilience, and confidence. Joy, contentment, and fulfillment are also shaped by karmic patterns. Some individuals naturally experience positive emotions, while others must cultivate awareness, gratitude, and presence to access these states. Recognizing the karmic influences on positive emotions allows for intentional cultivation of joy and fulfillment. Your birth date reveals pathways to emotional satisfaction and identifies patterns that may hinder the natural expression of happiness, guiding conscious engagement with life's experiences. Anger and frustration, often misunderstood as negative, serve as karmic signals when approached with awareness. They highlight unresolved needs, unmet expectations, or necessary boundaries. Conscious observation of anger transforms reactive responses into constructive action, providing insight and opportunities for personal growth. Birth date analysis indicates where anger is most likely to arise, offering guidance for harnessing this energy productively to enhance relationships, personal clarity, and self-mastery. Mental patterns are closely intertwined with emotional tendencies, influencing thought processes, decision-making, and perception. Some individuals are naturally analytical, while others rely on intuition and subtle awareness. Recognizing these tendencies allows for alignment with natural inclinations, enhancing clarity, problem-solving, and informed choices. Your birth date provides insight into the interplay between thought and emotion, highlighting areas for conscious intervention to cultivate balance and insight. Repeated life experiences, often perceived as coincidence, reflect karmic patterns seeking awareness. These recurring experiences offer lessons in patience, resilience, and self-understanding. By observing cycles of repetition, you gain the opportunity to respond consciously rather than react automatically. Your birth date serves as a guide to where these cycles manifest, providing insight into areas for personal and spiritual development. Professional, creative, and social inclinations are influenced by karmic energies present at birth. Certain birth dates indicate natural talents, skills, and predispositions, providing insight into areas where effort aligns with potential. Conscious alignment with these tendencies maximizes productivity, satisfaction, and meaningful contribution. Awareness of these inclinations supports purposeful engagement, minimizes friction, and fosters personal fulfillment and achievement. Self-compassion is vital in working with karmic patterns. Recognizing that mental and emotional tendencies reflected by your birth date are not faults, but opportunities for growth, fosters patience, understanding, and intentional development. Compassion toward oneself extends outward, nurturing empathy, harmonious relationships, and constructive communication. Awareness of karmic influence encourages balance, tolerance, and deliberate responses to challenges. Inner stability emerges as habitual mental and emotional patterns are observed and consciously transformed. Awareness allows automatic reactions to be replaced by intentional, mindful responses. Birth date insights identify energies that require attention, guiding the cultivation of steadiness, clarity, and equanimity. This foundation enhances resilience, emotional balance, and conscious engagement with life. Spiritual growth is a natural outcome of understanding and integrating karmic influence. Awareness of the energies present at birth enables conscious transformation of thought, emotion, and behavior. Challenges become lessons, recurring experiences become opportunities, and habitual reactions are replaced with intentional choices. By observing and integrating the insights of your birth date, you cultivate wisdom, balance, and purposeful living. The journey indicated by your birth date requires continuous mindfulness, reflection, and conscious choice. Each insight releases energy previously bound by unconscious patterns, opening space for personal evolution. Aligning conscious action with karmic guidance fosters growth, fulfillment, and spiritual insight. The energies present at birth provide direction for navigating challenges with clarity, intentionality, and inner composure. Ultimately, your birth date serves as a mirror, revealing both challenges and inherent strengths. Awareness transforms habitual responses into deliberate action, repeated experiences into lessons, and life into a consciously guided journey. Understanding karmic influences provides a foundation for emotional intelligence, mental clarity, and spiritual growth. By embracing the guidance encoded in your birth date, you navigate life with balance, insight, and alignment with your soul's intended path, transforming everyday experiences into a conscious journey towards self-realization, inner peace, and meaningful engagement with the world.